始。
Hello everyone, we are grade 8 and our topic is the Trojan War. I'm Ice, I'm responsible for the characters.
I'm Wendy, I'm responsible for the video.
I'm Stephanie, I'm responsible for Q&A and Eclipse.
I'm Kelly, I'm responsible for script and play.
I'm Emma, I'm responsible for script.
I'm Melody, I'm responsible for characters.
I'm Teresa, I'm responsible for story and play.
And Eva responsible for story and play.
Now,
And these are content. First, I will introduce the characters. Thetis is the goddess of sea, and she got married with Peleus, and he's the king of the Sicilian. In their wedding, they didn't invite Ares, and Ares is the goddess of discord. Therefore, Ares decided to throw out the golden apple that returned to the Pharos to cause an argument between three goddesses. Next. And the third goddess is Hera. She is the goddess of marriage. And the second one is Aphrodite. She is the goddess of love. And the third one is Athena. She is the goddess of wisdom. They also think that they are the most beautiful goddess of the world. And they think the golden apple belong to one of them. So Zeus find Paris to be a decision maker of the golden apple. Paris is Priam's son. Priam is the king of Troy, and Paris is the most handsome man in the world. One day, his mom had a dream that predicted Paris is the doom of Troy, and Paris chose Aphrodite to give her the golden apple. Because Aphrodite promised him that he can get the most beautiful woman, Helen. Helen is Menelaus' wife, and Menelaus is king of Sparta. In this story, Helen will elope with Paris.
And the next character is Agamemnon. He is Menelaus' brother and also is the king of Sparta. And the next character is Achilles, and he's Thetis and Peleus' son. And his most famous figure is that he has invulnerable body except for his heels, and so he also associated with the phrase Achilles' heel, and it means a point of weakness. And at last he was killed by Paris. And the next one is Hector. And he is Paris' brother, and he was killed by Achilles. And why Achilles killed Hector is because the next character, Patroclus. Patroclus is Achilles' friend, and he was killed by Hector. So Achilles wanted to took revenge for Patroclus, so he killed Hector. And the last character is Odysseus. With goddess Athena's help, he come up with the ideal wooden horse. And by wooden horse, his country won the Trojan War.
So I'm going to talk about the story of the Trojan War. Okay, so the Trojan War is all start with a wedding. The wedding is Peleus and Thetis' wedding. And why? Because when in a wedding, there is only one of the goddess without invited to the wedding. It's the Ares. Why? It's because Ares is the stroke of the goddess. So is kind of annoying. So people really don't really like him, or because their wedding is a happy atmosphere. So Aries feel very angry, so he want to cause some trouble. So she take a golden apple and say, "This apple is for the most beautiful goddess." So who want to get an apple? And the apple has the word to the fairies. So Harris and Athena and the most beautiful goddess, Aphrodite, they three of them also consider themselves are the most beautiful woman in the world. So Jesus, so the Jews feel hard to make a decision, and he didn't want to get involved. So he gave her Paris. He asked Paris to make a decision. Paris is the most handsome boy in the world. So and he's the young priest of the church. And he could not make a decision even after three beautiful goddesses they are naked. So what they're gonna do is that they start to bribing him. So the bribing him means to offer him something. So first, Terror over the political power, and second, Athena of wisdom and girl skill in battle, and last, Aphrodite of the most beautiful girl in the world. That means Helen. So, as a young man, Paris will choose you. It's definitely the most beautiful girl in the world. So, he gave a golden apple to the Aphrodite. So, after Paris gave the apple to the Aphrodite, Aphrodite also killed his partners. So, he used some magic to lay Helen's life. On the first night, she saw the Paris immediately fall in love with each other. And then, what's the point? The point is that Helen is the Menelaus' wife. Menelaus is the king. So, when Helen's in love with Paris, Menelaus got very angry, and his way to get her woman back. So let's curse the part. So before the story continue, I want to introduce the birth of the Achilles. So remember who is Achilles? And do you remember we just mentioned the wedding? In the wedding is a golden apple. So the wedding is the Thetis and the Peleus wedding. They have a children called Achilles. Achilles, because Thetis want Achilles to become immortal. Immortal means we never die. So she go to the underworld and to dip the Achilles dip in the water. And then, however, he forgot one very little but important part. Is that because her hand tied her heel, so this part did not dip in the water. And it's kind of dangerous, so please do not imitate. So it become Achilles' weakness. It means weakness heel. So even though he become immortal, however, it's that for the part of the heel.
Okay, let you all know Achilles is very strong. So the Greek Agamemnon decided to let him into the army. And during the war, Achilles took away the Apollo's princess daughter and gave her to Agamemnon as a gift. When he brought the present to Agamemnon and asked if he could let her daughter back, but Agamemnon refused him, and also he exhausted him. When Apollo learned this news, he was very angry, and he made the Greeks sick, and asked Agamemnon to turn his daughter back, but Agamemnon didn't want to, so he asked Achilles to let her loved woman to Apollo. Therefore, Agamemnon and Achilles had a quarrel like this. And because they had a quarrel, so Achilles didn't want to fight for him. And Patroclus, who is Achilles' friend, he asked Achilles to borrow his armor. And Achilles did agree. Because Patroclus wear Achilles' armor to fight with Hector. So Hector is also a very strong man. So Hector killed Patroclus. And when Achilles learned this news that his girlfriend died, so he decided to fight for his friend, and he did success killed Hector. And the Trojan War didn't just human fight, but also God. Like Greek, you can see that Hera and Athena is supposed them because Paris didn't give the golden apple to them. And Aphrodite, Ares, and Apollo supports Trojan. Aphrodite, Paris gave the golden apple to her. Therefore, he definitely supports Trojan. And Ares is Aphrodite's husband, so he also supports Trojan. And Apollo, just as mentioned, the Agamemnon and Achilles exhausting him, so he also supports Trojan. And Zeus, he is neutral. He will help both Greek and Trojan. And because Hector and Achilles, they all dead. However, Hector is Paris' brother, so Paris decided to kill Achilles. And because Apollo hates Achilles, so he helped Paris to shoot Achilles' ankle, which is his only weakness. So Achilles is also dead. However, Achilles and Hector both dead. The war didn't end. And Odysseus, he wanted to let this war end. And Athena helped him come up with a great idea, which is the famous wooden horse. And the army can hide inside the horse. And the wooden horse did success. The Greek win and the Troy lost. And Menelaus did win the Hellas back. However, because the Greek inside the castle and they burned the temple, so the gods were all very angry. So they punished the army, won't let him go home. Ares is Aphrodite's lover, not a husband.
And now let's watch two important parts of this story. The first part is about how did the Troy War begin, and the second part is why did Achilles' heel is his weakness.
Imagine Paris' surprise when he was suddenly visited by 3 beautiful goddesses. They told him that Zeus had commanded him to pick the fairest goddess of them all and give her the golden apple as a prize.
But how can I possibly decide? You are all so beautiful.
The goddesses were indeed beautiful, but if they couldn't get the apple by their looks alone, they weren't above using other means, like bribery. Hera went first.
I am the queen of the gods. Pick me, and I can make you king of the entire earth.
Wow.
I am Athena, the goddess of wisdom, and if you pick me, I will make you wise and victorious in war.
Power and glory I cannot give you. I am Aphrodite, the goddess of love, and I can give you the love of Helen, the most beautiful woman in the world. You will be the man she adores.
Paris didn't care much for wars or politics, so he chose love.
Aphrodite is the fairest.
Paris may have made one goddess very happy, but his choice that day set off a chain of events that would have terrible consequences for all the people of Troy, and fulfill the very prophecy that his mother feared. In the first place, Helen, the woman that Aphrodite promised to Paris, was already married, to a Greek king no less, from the city of Sparta. His name was King Menelaus. At the time, the Greeks and the Trojans were still friends. So when Paris of Troy came calling, the Greek king Menelaus and his wife Helen received him warmly. But Aphrodite, true to her word, made sure that Helen fell instantly in love with Paris. At the first opportunity, while the king was away on business, Helen and Paris ran away together to Troy, taking many treasures and jewels from Sparta with them. Naturally, when King Menelaus found out, he was furious. He sent messages to all the kingdoms of Greece and gathered a massive army of soldiers, including his own brother, King Agamemnon, the greatest of all the Greek kings. They set sail for Troy to bring back the beautiful Helen. People said that Helen's was the face that launched 1,000 ships, because thanks to her great beauty and a brash young man who judged a beauty contest, the great Trojan War had begun. The ancient Greeks did not believe. For many years, the Trojan War raged on, with no clear winners or losers. The Trojans were led by the great warrior Hector. He was the brother of Paris, the young man who had started all the trouble by stealing Helen away. The Greeks had a powerful soldier named Achilles. He was the youngest warrior and the bravest. In fact, Achilles seemed to be unbeatable, and he could fight for days on end without growing weary. He appeared to be invulnerable, and he was. Almost. Achilles was the son of a sea goddess, Thetis, and her mortal husband, Peleus. Remember, it was at Thetis' wedding that the argument about the golden apple occurred. Thetis was very protective of her son Achilles because he had a mortal father, and therefore he could get injured or ill. Against her husband's wishes, Thetis tried to make her son immortal by bringing him to the underworld and dipping him in the river Styx. It almost worked, except that she forgot to dip in one part, her baby's heel, which she was holding at the time. Once the Greeks began their war against the Trojans,
I'm Hector and Apollo.
I'm Melody. I'm Helen.
I'm Patroclus and Soldier. I'm Anna and Soldier.
I'm Teresa. I'm Paris and Odysseus.
I'm Stephanie and Achilles.
I'm Eva. I am Aphrodite and Athena. Wow.
Then Paris decided gives the golden apple to Aphrodite because he doesn't care about the politics and vanity, so he chooses love.
How do I love you? I love you to the brain,
To the depths.
to the heart.
Oh, I'm Aphrodite. And where is the autumn? Autumn!
No, I am real. You are fat because I'm beautiful. And you big.
Oh my God! I think Aphrodite is the most beautiful goddess in the world. I decided to give my golden apple to her.
Oh, thank you. Of course, I'm beautiful.
And important, beautiful than him.
And because you give me a golden apple, so I will give the most beautiful woman, Helen.
Helen.
Yeah. Okay, so love you.
One day, when Helen is on the path list, she sees Paris and falls in love with him at first sight, although she has married with Greek king.
Merry, Merry Christmas, lonely, lonely Christmas.
Yesterday was Christmas. However, my darling king didn't give me any Christmas present. How could he? Filthy mushroom. Oh dear! You must be the most handsome guy in the world. Lonely is sweet. Tears are salty. How can I live without you? How can I live without you? Without you, I have no phone.
Then follow me. Escape from your husband.
Please be taking home quickly.
I'm coming home, I'm coming home. Tell the world let the rain wash away all the pain of yesterday. I know my kingdom will wait, and they've forgiven my mistakes. I'm coming home, I'm coming home. Tell the world I'm coming.
The war between the Greek and Troy began because of the most beautiful woman, Helen. The two countries both have their greatest soldier, Achilles from Greek. and the Troy's hero, Hector.
Hey guys, I'm Achilles. My mom dipped me in the river of the underworld, so I'm on foot. I will never hurt.
Then Achilles' friend was killed by Hector during the war. Thus, he swore to revenge.
He's dead! I want revenge for my friend!
Then Achilles goes to find Hector after kills many Trojan soldiers.
Slow down, soldiers! Achilles, you won't win! I will kill you! Go, my soldier! No, no, no!
I will revenge for my friend!
What's the moment?
Back! I will revenge for my friend! Where is your heart? He's dead.
When Hector's brother Paris heard this news, he was sad and sworn to take revenge to Achilles.
Oh! I see him! Let's Achilles! Who killed my friend? Let me use my poison archer to shoot you!
Then Apollo told Paris that he can shoot Achilles' heel to defeat him, because heel is the only weakness of Achilles.
You are my sunshine, my only sunshine. You make me happy when skies are gray.
You can shoot Achilles here. Achilles is weakness.
Let's rock and roll. Let's rock and roll.
The war lasted for 10 years, but they still haven't had a winner. Then there's another hero from Greece named Odysseus.
Oh no! The Trojan War is too solid! We can't even break it even 10 years! I must come up with an idea.
Suddenly, Athena appears and inspires him.
You said old horse. Oh! Wooden horse! Oh my god! That's brilliant! Oh, I'm so smart!
The Greek hide in a wooden horse and put it outside the wall. Thus, the Greeks successfully get into a town. They go out and kill most of the Trojans in the midnight.
Let's
the empire of Troy is destroyed, and this is the complete victory of Greek.
Show me!
Thank you.
Okay, now it's Q&A time. Marvin, are you ready? Okay, first question. Our question is really easy. If you have hear our presentation. Okay, first, Paris choose who as the most beautiful woman? Put your hands down. 1, 2, 3. You are a loser. Yes. Yes, Aphrodite. It's correct. Okay. The second question. Where is the weak point of Achilles? Marvin? Put your hands down. Now, 1, 2, 3. Penny? Here. Are you sure? One more time. Love you. Okay. The third question. Marvin looks like you. Okay. The third question. Who shot Achilles here? That's Teresa. Please give me the name. 1, 2, 3. Marvin.
Paris.
One more time.
Paris.
Louder.
Paris.
Thank you. Okay, the last question. What was hidden inside the wooden horse? It's very easy. Very, very easy. Okay, Andrea. Are you sure? Yes. Are you sure? Yes. Soldier. No. Soldier. Are you sure? Okay, the answer is soldier. And here's the next question. The next question. Who I act as the role? Who I act? It's the most important answer. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Oh, Rex. How can I live without you? Okay. What is the answer?
Achilles.
Whoa.
Wow. Respect.
Give you a little bear cookie. A koala cookie. Okay, this is our presentation, and give our high score, okay? Sorry. 1, 2, 3. Wow.
Thank you.